Rotifers can travel with surprising rapidity and can cover considerable microscopic distances in a relatively short time. The mouth is usually located between the two ciliary discs near the center front part of the body, although in some forms it is on the lower surface of the animal. From the mouth, a tubular passage leads into a region called the mastics, or chewing stomach, where are located a pair of jaws which are constantly at work breaking up food. With a low-power objective, the action of these jaws can be seen. Through a transparent tissue of the animal, it is a sure way of distinguishing a living rotifer from other organisms. From the mastics, the food passes into a glandular stomach where it is digested, the undigested particles passing through the intestines and out through the quite a number of different species of rotifers. The common species is Philodina, which is so abundant that almost any drop of water from the proper localities is sure to contain one of them. Its white, rather thick spindle-shaped body, its constantly moving jaws, its creeping movement, after a fashion of a Most of the rotifers are free-swimming, but there are some that do not swim at all. These live their entire lives in tubular houses which they built attached to water plants. One of these, which goes by the name of Melicarta, is a brickmaker, mason, and architect combined, building herself in a chimney house out of little mud balls, which she fashions one by one and then adds to the circular wall. Melicarta's home is large enough to be seen with the naked eye. An odd peculiarity of the rotifers is their power to resist desiccation. If dried slowly, certain species secrete gelatinous envelopes which prevent further drying, and in some condition they may not only live through seasons of drought, but also may be subjected to extremes of temperature without perishing. Another extremely interesting infusorium is Stentor, which is often abundant in water around sphagnum moss. This animal, transparent, bluish-green or whitish in color, may either be free-swimming, when in its pear-shaped in form, or attached, when it is trumpet-shaped. In the latter case, it is fastened to some object by the narrow end of its body. The entire surface of its body is covered with cilia, but they are small and fine. Along the edge of the anterior border is a circle of longer and larger vibratile hairs, which you can see with low power. Muscle fibers which run lengthwise immediately under the cutile produce the energetic movements. Alright, that's too much. Two other species of infusoria, which you should obtain by all means, are Vorticella, a solitary species, and Carchesium, a colonial form. In both species, the animals are colorless and bell-shaped in form, the front border of the body being surrounded with cilia, and they are, moreover, attached to a contractile stalk. This animal, transparent, bluish-green, or whitish in color, may either be free-swimming, when in its pear-shaped in form, the entire surface of its body is covered with cilia, but they are small and fine. Vorticea, each animal is fashioned by its narrow part to a single stem, but in Carchesium, the stem is divided at the summit into many branches like a miniature tree. The entire surface of its body is covered with cilia, but they are small and fine. The entire surface of its body is covered with cilia, but they are small and fine, which is often abundant in water around sphagnum moss. The entire surface of its body is covered with cilia. The entire surface of its body is covered with cilia, but they are small and fine. Which is often abundant in water around sphagnum moss. Front border of the body being surrounded with cilia, and they are, moreover, attached to a contractile stalk. which is often abundant in water around sphagnum moss. Or attached when it is trumpet-shaped. In the latter case, it is fastened to some object by the narrow end of its body.